But I was just very lucky while I was still working for the for the Chilean survey, that I was asked by the United Nations to help out on their porphyry copper projects which were being run. This is a time when United Nations used to have these aid programs in mineral exploration, probably 30 or 40 different countries around the world. The idea, I think, originally was to promote mining in places that the Western mining companies were not aware of or didn't want to go to. So that there was a program in Chile and a program in Argentina, and they asked if I would consult on these programs because they didn't know anyone who knew much about porphyry coppers working for them. And the Geological Survey, my employer, was quite happy to let me go and do this because I took leave without salary. So they were very it is still really part of the project, but someone else was paying for it.
So this is how you'd have gone to then something like Val Alumbrera, well before many Western geos have been there.
That's right. I mean, so the first one was Los Pelambres, and you know, I mapped Los Pelambres, which was it's a pretty wild piece of country, 23 kilometres on muleback to get in there. We lived in a tent, bathed in a freezing waterfall, well, not very regularly I might add, but anyway, and mapped it, and there was 1,000 metres of relief in the property itself, so there was some serious mountaineering involved, and on the basis of that, and there was an Italian fellow called Franco Maranzana, a geophysicist who invented Talus Fine's geochemistry, and he did all the geochemical surveying. So on the basis of that, I cited the first hole, which turned out to be the discovery hole. So not bad for a young guy who's just starting out in the porphyry business. And then I got to go to Bajo de la Alumbrera up in northwestern Argentina and managed to repeat the process there as well. This is just using our original ideas on alteration zoning.
So there weren't holes in Alumbrera at that time?
There were 3 or 4 holes that had been drilled on an IP anomaly, and that was all around the edge of it.
The pyrite halo.
Pyrite halo, and we were recognising potassic alteration was, it seems almost unbelievable today, but potassic alteration was not really recognised by people. No one realised that this was the alteration type that was directly linked to most of the hypogene mineralisation in these systems. So I mean, Anaconda and Kennicott, they knew that, and but the general public was not really aware of it. So we're in a position to apply these what now seem very simplistic concepts, and they resulted in discovery.